From Peninsula TV studio in San Carlos, SBC, the San Mateo Credit Union, and Wells Fargo present the Bay Area's hottest game show, Peninsula Quiz Kids. And now, the best host on the West Coast, Brad Friedman.
Thank you very much. Welcome to our 4th season award ceremony. We have some terrific special presenters here on stage with us today. And best of all, we have our 2 amazing teams, the Menlo Atherton Bears and the Burlingame High School Panthers. Give them a hand. So without further ado, I'd like to get our ceremony started by introducing our amazing producer of Quiz Kids, Miss Liz Laporte.
Thank you, Brad. I'd like to thank our underwriters, SBC, Wells Fargo, and the San Mateo Credit Union for making this program possible, Brad Friedman, and all the students for making the show so much fun, and the teachers and educational community for making learning important. Have a great trip, team, and thank you, ACIS. We look forward to our partnership next year with Cron Channel 4 and to welcoming a field of 48 schools from around the Bay Area. Thank you very much.
And now I'd like to introduce the chairman of SAMCAT, Mr. Brian Mura.
Thank you, Brad. Peninsula TV was started 4 years ago with a mission to talk about the issues and the culture of San Mateo County. And one of the things that we wanted to do was involve the schools and celebrate the academic achievements of the brightest minds of the high school students. And I think we've achieved that with Peninsula Quiz Kids. And it's very exciting to watch the 2 teams this afternoon. I think it's very impressive that the academic achievements that they've done, the fact that they're now, all 6 of them, going on to their college careers. And I want to congratulate both teams and wish them the best in their futures. Thank you.
And now we have a very special guest who's going to pass out resolutions to us from the State Assembly 19th District, Mr. Gene Mullen.
Thank you, Brian. It's really a pleasure to be here presenting these awards. So these are certificates of recognition from the State Assembly to the participants and their coaches today. It's also an honor to observe this. People of my age bracket remember the College Bowl both on radio and on television, and this is truly a worthy successor to that. So without further ado, let me present certificates of recognition. I won't read all of the verbiage, but they do recognize your achievements. And first from Burlingame, Eugene Zinoyev. Congratulations. Next, Jeff Love. Dan Baum. And I'm going to walk over and hand it to the coach, to Tom Willard. And to this year's championship group, first to the captain, Daniel Barclay. Jessica Woods. David Hestrin. And I'll walk over and present this to Coach Greg Whitnaw. And again, it's 2 terrific teams and a wonderful competition. And I, too, look forward to next year when bigger and bigger it expands, and we're looking for a national program in the not-too-distant future. Brad?
From your lips, Assemblyman. Next, I'd like to introduce Supervisor Rose Jacobs-Gibson.
What a pleasure it is to have been here to be a part of such a wonderful, wonderful competition. I just want to personally congratulate both of you, both teams, because you were admirable. I'm certain that the Menlo Atherton and Burlingame High Schools are very proud of you. You've certainly exemplified the bright minds of our future. And I just want to again say congratulations to Burlingame Congratulations to Menlo Atherton for being 4 times winner. So especially want to congratulate you. That must feel very, very good. So again, I wish you the best in your future endeavors, and really pleased to be here, and also very, very pleased that this program will now be seen throughout the entire Bay Area beginning in September, right? So again, congratulations. Thank you very, very much.
Thank you. The Burlingame Panthers have been a terrific and very strong team all season, so I'm thrilled that we have such a wonderful second prize to award you. And here to award you, and the people responsible for this, from the Burlingame Freemasons, Mr. Kevin Conragan.
Well, I'd like to congratulate both teams. Boy, those questions had me stumped for quite a few, but at Burlingame Scottish Rite, we pride education. That's the foundation of our philanthropies, going from our childhood language disorder clinics to the youth that here in competition and those going on to other colleges and campuses throughout the United States. I'd like to make the following presentations. First to Jeff Love, Dan Baum, Edmund Mao, and Eugene Shinoev. Congratulations.
And now to award this perpetual trophy, which must have felt a little lost not being at its home for the last 3 years. So we'll go back for another year to Menlo Atherton. And the wonderful grand prize on behalf of ACIS is our own from SBC, Miss Stacy Wagner.
Thank you very much, Brad. Well, I would like to congratulate both teams. This is my 3rd year participating, but Menlo Atherton once again stole the show. So, Daniel, I would like to present you with this trophy, and on behalf of ACIS, I would like to present you with an 8-day trip, which you will be taking in July. Congratulations.
The Bears will be going to Costa Rica. Yeah, very exciting. All right, it gives me now great pleasure to introduce the captain of the Burlingame Panthers, Mr. Eugene Zinoviev.
Well, there are only really 2 things I'd like to say. One is a thank you for all the fans that came out here today, and our principal, all the teachers that came out here, and all of our friends. You've been great throughout the whole year. I'd like to thank you. Guys, give yourself a hand. And the second thing being is that I'd like to thank the Menlo Atherton team, because one time a philosopher said that to be truly noble, you have to love your opponents and not hate them. And these guys have probably put on, if not for me, the most successful match, but the most fun one that I've ever had at Quiz Kids in the 3 years. So thank you.
Well said. And now it gives me great pleasure to introduce, in his last appearance on Quiz Kids, the captain, Mr. Daniel Barkley.
Thanks. Before the show, I vowed that this wasn't going to turn into one of those Academy Award-style speeches, but looking out over the audience, I know that I was wrong. There's too many people that need thanking. First, all my current and former teammates, some of whom are in the audience right now. Couldn't have done it without you. Thanks. Also, the 2 coaches, Bob Hasbrook and Greg Whitnaw, you've devoted huge amounts of your time to making sure that we succeeded. Really appreciate that. And those without whom this show would not have been possible. The Marxes for thinking it up, Liz Laporte for making sure things run smoothly, and SBC for providing the money when we needed it. So thank you as well. Also, all those members of the MA community who have given so much of their time to be here, specifically Principal Hartwig and Vice Principal Lippy, and generally all those MA students who have woken up early on Saturdays to be here, even if it was just for the extra credit. Thank you, too. And lastly, I'd like to thank all my friends and family. You know who you are.
And now I'd like to introduce the coach of the Burlingame team, Mr. Tom Willard.
Well, it's been a wild, wild ride. This is our 4th year involvement in Quiz Kids, and this is the first year we actually got past the first round. Even though we got better every year, it's really been wild. It's been great. The kids have been unbelievable, as you saw in the show, and we'll be back next year.
And finally, the coach of the winning team, Mr. Greg Whitnall.
Thank you, Brad. I want to congratulate Burlingame. They're really a terrific match. We've been watching them all year. We knew they were the team to beat, and we're happy to do so, but it was tough. And I really think highly of Tom Willard. I've known him for a few years as a fellow math teacher. And I want to thank ACS for the trip. We went on the trip last year to British Isles, and I want to tell you how terrific ACIS is. They really organize their trips well. They have a really great itinerary, and tour guide was terrific, and it was very educational. That was really the best part, was learning a lot about the British Isles. And I'd like to thank all the students for coming, even for the extra credit. And I'd like to thank my team. Dan's been terrific these 4 years, but David, and Jessica have been just as strong there, and they would be just the #1 player on other teams. And Amelia Drace, who's not here tonight because she's doing actually a dancing at Stanford. And I just want to say it's been great. I really enjoy doing this. And I also want you to know that we have a JV team out there, and they're practicing right now. And that this team here practices a lot. We did about 4,000 or 5,000 questions again this year. And those questions don't come out of nowhere. I want to thank Sue Caton, a parent who wrote all those questions for our practice rounds. And I want to thank all the crew, of course, of Quiz Kids. Thank you very much.
Well, there you have it, another exciting year. Next year, don't forget, we're going to be seen on KRON as well as on Peninsula TV. We turn from Peninsula Quiz Kids just to Quiz Kids, and we hope you'll tune in to watch us then. Until then, have a great summer, and thanks for watching. Bye-bye.
For an all-expenses-paid adventure to some of the world's most historic sites, courtesy of ACIS. We wish to thank the Chronicle for their continued support of Peninsula Quiz Kids. Mr. Friedman's wardrobe provided courtesy of Sartori of San Carlos. The producers of Peninsula Quiz Kids wish to thank the following: Molly Stone's Markets, Scottish Rite of Freemasonry of Burlingame, Target, The Tea Party, Jamba Juice, Klutz Publishing, Century Theaters, Silver Terrace Nursery, AEIS, Ronald Bland, Samtrans, and the San Mateo County Office of Education.